Hey guys, I'm back. And for the next few days, I'm going to be focused a little bit more on business-oriented topics. I have a really exciting announcement to make. And, but I wanted to dive into this one. And I mean, this I think is really important in business, but it's just important in life in general. It's a good thing. And this is this whole idea of sleeping on it, right? And being okay with pressing pause on making a decision sometimes. And it's been coming up with some of my clients and friends in all different areas of their lives, and it's come up with me more in business. And that's this idea that we have kind of this fake pressure to make a decision right now, to make a call right now, to figure it out right now. And I think it leads to trouble, right? And one of the best things that I heard early on when I was starting my business from Marianne Williamson was she was doing a talk on God and career, and she was talking about how she can trace the biggest mistake she's made in business back to, the meeting or whatever it was when, an offer was made or, something was discussed. And instead of just saying, thank you, I'm going to take all of this home and think about it and sleep on it, and then I'll get back to you, she felt like she had to make a call right at the table. And like, part of me, if I might be butchering that story a little bit, but essentially that was the essence of it, right? She gave a response right away instead of just owning the fact that she had the right to say, well, great, now I've collected all this information. Thank you for informing me about this and what the offer entails and all this. And now I'm going to go home, meditate on it, think on it, sleep on it, just marinate with it for a little bit, and then come back to you with an answer. And I think this happens particularly to spiritual entrepreneurs and heart-centered entrepreneurs because we come from a different place than a more business-savvy-headed kind of person, right? And I think one of the things innate in business is that's always your right. You always have this right to take the time to review the outline of the offer and then kind of either counter propose or, just marinate on it and then give a yes or a no. I think when you don't have a business background, you can sometimes get so excited, and I see this with some of my clients that I'm helping with their businesses, where you're so excited for the first opportunity to come by that you almost feel like you'll take anything. Like, oh yeah, okay, I'll take that. Sounds kind of good. And you don't give yourself the minute, and I think sometimes, again, also in this, how do I say this? I'm going to say culture of positivity. We think taking that time is being cynical or, whatnot, but it's not. I want to really reiterate that. It's not coming from a place of fear or cynicism. It's coming from owning the fact that you want to go inside, meditate with it, be with it, hold that energy of the possibility of what that could be with you, and give yourself a chance to get into a neutral state so that you can really make the best call possible. Because oftentimes when we're in the board meeting, when we're on the phone call, when we're first reading that email that comes through, we're in this heightened state, and we're either going one or two ways. They said one thing you don't like, and you're like done with it. You're not even going to go with it. There's, they say all the right things, and there's like that one thing that maybe you're not sure about, but like everything else looks so good, and they seem so nice, and like, what if they take this, that I think that's the biggest, like, quote unquote fear or lack-based mentality. By you asking to sleep on it, meditate on it, hit the pause button on that for a little bit, no one's going to take it away from you. It's not going anywhere. It's a perfectly legitimate, this is your permission slip right now to ask for that space. To say, and depending on the project, right, there might be different timelines. If it's you're giving a talk at a live event and the event's in a month, and they're going to need to secure the speakers, in a certain time. And they might say, of course, think on it, sit on it. We need to know by end of the week or whatever. And that's completely appropriate. But allowing yourself even just one night to sleep on it, to meditate on it, to really just go in and ask, does this feel like the best route? Is there something in this offer that I want to counter offer? Maybe say, you know what, I really like this, I like that. This one thing isn't sitting well with me. And it's when we give ourselves that space, right, that we can see it from a different altitude and really have multiple perspectives and really ask for what we want, say yes or no depending on how expansive it feels, if it feels like the right thing for us. But we're seeing it from a very neutral, grounded, powerful place and not saying it from a, kind of flustered, oh my God, I got to say yes just because, nothing like this has happened before, so I should just say yes to it and then figure it out later. Ugh, that's how you get into trouble. So I wanted to make this video and just encourage you. I don't know, it was coming up for me. Right now, I have a lot of exciting things on my plate that I'm excited about, that I'm excited to bring forth. But there also has been an energy for me recently of also just kind of being in this transition period and owning that right now I'm finishing up on some projects that already began, and it's okay to not be starting anything new right now. And when new options come in, it's okay to say, you know what, I'm in this place where I'm just, I'm still feeling things out, still finishing some things up, and to take that time to really be with myself and to sit with different options before I decide any other routes to take or any other ways to go. And, before this video gets too long, I wanted to just also, talk a little bit about it in personal relationships, because this has come up recently with some of my clients where, they'll be in a relationship and one thing happens and now they're like, I don't know, maybe I should get out or whatnot. And again, I always have kind of this same approach where it's okay, you're gathering information, right? Especially if it's a little thing or maybe it's something that comes up, right? They do in all relationships, whether it's business or romantic. And it's okay to be in a place of just sitting with it, right? It's okay to say, I don't need to make a decision right now on whether or not I have to break up with this person or marry this person, right? You can just be with the fact that, okay, I'm going to continue to be present in this relationship, continue to be dating this person, and, maybe there's this one thing that I am kind of considering and seeing how I feel. But again, it's kind of releasing this notion that we have to make the end-all, be-all decision right now. And I am just across the board, and I'm such a big believer in this, because I do think that if you put the pressure on yourself to make a decision instantaneously without allowing yourself to just get back to a neutral state, meditate on it, sleep on it, sit with it, oftentimes we don't make the decision that's for our highest good, because we're making it from an emotional place, we're making it from, a place that's not grounded, a place that's not powerful. We're not truly checking in with ourselves when we're in a heightened state, when we're feeling like we have to do it right now. So this is my video to you. This is a permission slip for you to hit the pause button and say, I need to sleep on this. I need to meditate on this, because that is your right, and I hope you exercise on it. I hope you exercise it. I'm so excited to be sharing this video with you. Like I said, the next week and a half or so, I have some exciting announcements, some exciting things that are going on, particularly having to do with some spiritual business stuff. So if you have any questions that you want me to address, that, if you're starting your own business right now, I get emails all the time. This is your time to ask ask in the comments below. I want to hear from you. I'm going to do videos based on the suggestions I get from you guys. And keep your lookout. Keep on watching some videos for more info on that. I can't wait to share it with you. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you haven't already watched my New Moon workshop, the link to order it, and you can watch it instantly right now, is below. We're still feeling that energy, and you know, for the next 24 hours is probably the last time I'm gonna keep that link open. So if you're watching this fresh off the presses when you see it, hop on that. And yes, I love talking to you guys, and I will see you soon. Mwah! Bye!